my name's Ellie. I'm one of the speech and language therapists that work with the Communicate team. I'm going to be talking you through the chat challenge today using a sheet. It could be an old blanket, maybe a towel. So one of the things that you could do when we're thinking about working with preschoolers or children in your early years is you could do the sausage roll song. So you would spread out your sheet, have your child lay across it, and then you're going to roll them up. So you sing, I'm going to make a sausage roll, sausage roll, sausage roll. I'm going to make a sausage roll, 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 and you would roll your child up in your sheet. It's really good for a little sensory activity, really good for attention skills, and it's going to give you some really nice parent-child kind of interaction. So another great little activity you could do is the parachute game. So you could spread your sheet out, have some family members to help you hold each corner as you puff it up and down, up and down. You can take it in turns to call one of your family members' names. They can listen for it and then run underneath. So that's really good for turn taking, listening and attention skills. Another thing you could do is sing the butterfly song. So you would have your sheet behind you, spread it out so it looks like wings, and then you're going to sing butterfly wings go up and down, up and down, up and down. Butterfly wings go up and down all day long. So really nice for introducing basic concepts like up and down. You could do quickly, slowly, fast and slow. There's loads of great things that you could do with that song. Another thing you could use it for is a prop in your pretend play. So you could spread it out, have some toys and have a teddy bear's picnic. If you haven't got any pretend food or kind of food items like a plate, you could just use real food, have your picnic outside, and then use information carrying word instructions to test your child's vocabulary and expand it and add a few things on at a time. So you could say, can you find a drink, juice, and can you find an apple? Or can you show me the teddy drinking juice? Can you show me Teddy sleeping? Which is a really nice way to expand your child's use of action words and their verbs and their nouns. So yeah, another great thing that you could do. You could also use it just for fancy dress, so you could create like a dress with it. You could be a ghost and you could wrap yourself up, put some glasses on. You could create a cape and be a bad guy. But yeah, there's loads of possibilities when you think about using it in your pretend play. Okay, so when we're thinking about primary school children, you could use your sheet to make a flag. You could talk about when you might have a flag, where you might find one. You could have two flags and talk about how they're the same or how they're different. You could use this to create a den. You could make a tent or a teepee. When you're doing that, you could take photos and then afterwards you could talk about what you did first, next, last, then. You could ask your child to put them in the right order and then give you instructions of how they created their tent. Your child could record themselves and make a blog or a video post about how they did that. They could also write down instructions to send in the post to another family member. Another thing that you could do is create a kite. If you look on the chat challenge documents, there's some instructions there and you can have a go at using this to create the body of your kite. You could also create an obstacle course. You could spread this out and have them crawling underneath. That sort of thing is great for following instructions. So you could have first, hop through the hoops, next, tiptoe to the fence, and last, crawl underneath the sheet. For older children who might be in secondary school or high school, you could have a go at doing some tie-dye. You could plan your design. There are loads on YouTube that you can have a look at. There are some instructions and a YouTube link in the chat challenge document. So have a read through there, plan out your activity and the design that you want to create, and then have a go at doing some of those. That's really good for sequencing, so you could take some photos of each step. And then talk about what you did first, next, last, then, what did you do before and after each step, why did you have to do them in that order, what would happen if you mixed some colours together, what would happen if you scrunched it rather than twisted it. You can make predictions, and yeah, it's another great little activity that you can do outside and use food colouring rather than normal ink. Another activity that you could do is make some clothes. So you could have your child lay down on top of the sheet, draw around them, use that as a template, or you could use your own clothes, put them on top, draw a template and then cut it out and do a bit of stitching. You could have a go at planning that process. Maybe your child could do like a little blog or an instruction card about how they did that and maybe post it off to a family member. Really good for sequencing and narrative skills. It's also really good for following slightly longer instructions, so you could give your child the instructions, see how many they can follow, how many steps can they follow in one go. I hope you enjoy the chat challenge with a sheet.